Pokémon, a franchise that took the world by storm and defined the childhoods of many. It has only gotten more popular with time, but what was Pokémon like way back then? More specifically, how has competitive Pokémon changed over the years for those striving to be the very best? Now that is exactly what we are here to find out. In this series, Jeexx and I will embark on an adventure to be the very best, exploring through time and space to rediscover Pokémon's past formats. In each episode, both of us will bring two teams and battle it out in a best of 3 match, and the one who wins with both teams first is crowned the champion of the episode. We hope you enjoy this trip to Pokemon's evolution with us. Welcome to the Pokemon Progression Series, A Journey Through Time. Generation 5, Unova, with Black and White and Black and White 2, was the first region to not be based in Japan and instead was based on parts of the USA. It added a hopping 156 new Pokemon, the most out of any generation, and had some insanely powerful mons for both singles and VGC, like Excadrill, Ferrothorn, and the Jeexx, just to name a few, but definitely was the first generation to introduce a lot of power creep into Pokemon. It also added hidden abilities as a mechanic as well as Scald, an incredibly flexible move with good base power and a high chance of inflicted burn, as well as Gems, a series of items that give a once per game 50% boost to a move of its type when used for the first time. Generation 5 also finally removed the defense halving mechanic from Explosion and Self-Destruct, drastically decreasing their raw power. However, none of these changes defined the 5th generation as Weather did. Often referred to as the Weather generation, abilities like Drizzle, Drought, and Sandstream now brought permanent weather into battle, often referred to as Auto Weather, only fading upon a new weather play being applied, resulting in many weather wars in almost every single match in Generation 5. What is up, y'all? Welcome back to the Pokemon Prog series, this time with Generation 5 VGC 2012 edition. And as I alluded to last time, we were not playing Weather, because I'm sure we're gonna see it a lot more, and we're now back with some weather. Both of my teams are weather teams. Let's start with the sand one. Featuring Tyranitar, Garchomp, Excadrill, I said Gary the Gastrodon. This is actually this was the inspiration for the whole naming theme here, and obviously Sandy for Tyranitar also makes sense. Cresselia and a Scizor. Tyranitar, the star of the show, obviously setting up Sand. Chuppleberry, so I don't get exploded by funny type moves, Rock Slide, Low Kick, Fire Punch, and Protect. Fire Punch mostly here to hit Steel types, which I struggle to deal with otherwise sometimes. And especially something like Metagross being now in the format. Metagross next to a Jin or something is going to be like pretty difficult for this team. So Tyranitar is going to be able to help with that. Obviously hitting the Jins with Rock Slide and being able to Fire Punch the Metagross. And we're running some bulk without maxing out our attack, because if Tyranitar goes down while Jeexx's Weather Setter is still up, assuming he brings one, obviously we immediately just lose the Weather War and things get dicey. We're running Garchomp, and I am bringing back a gimmick. We are running a Bright Powder Sand Veil. What this means is essentially during Sand, the highest amount of accuracy Jeexx can have against us is 70%. And instead, I think last time I was relying on Source Dance to get something out of that, and then afterwards trying to get a Source Dance up, and then just trying to Rock Slide Flinch. But this time we're mixing it a little bit. I'm just bringing 2 stab moves in Dragon Claw and Earthquake. Earthquake is nice because we have an immunity to be able to click it. And then obviously being able to set sub moves, being able to miss the set sub is really nice. And then we can just spam powerful moves. I'm going pretty fast, but I'm once again investing more into bulk to get stronger substitutes. And we have Excadrill here with Sandrush, Life Orb, Earthquake, Rock Slide, X-Scissor, and Protect. X-Scissor is here literally for Cresselia. I expect Cresselia to show up, and Cresselia otherwise is very difficult for a lot of my team. So you can see I'm not running a Dark type move on my Tyranitar, so I want some way to be able to hit it in addition to Scizor. So we have Excadrill for that with X-Scissor and Exca. I'm also running a lot of bulk. I'm maxing out its attack though, but I'm running very little speed, where essentially if I'm running into opposing Excadrill, it's going to be a little dicey, but we'll see how it goes. We're running Gastrodon. Gastrodon obviously in the Sand team makes a lot of sense. It's just there to absorb the water type moves, aim at our Tyranitar or Extra for Muddy Water, Earth Power, Ice Beam, and Recover. I'm actually running a lot of damage here. I'm still making it mostly a special defensive wall, because I want to live some grass hits if those are to be seen somewhere. But Muddy Water obviously also having a chance to lower the opponent's accuracy, in addition to us having a Sandvale, Bright Powder, Garchomp. If we win the Weather War and manage to get these two set up, like, Jeexx is going to be having a very bad time. Additionally, we have Cresselia, one of the greatest supporting mons of all time. Ice Wind, Psychic, Protect, Helping Hand, very like usual stuff. I think Helping Hand obviously means that our Earthquakes that we can safely press next to Cresselia are going to be hitting very hard. We can just do a lot of damage with a Rock Slide into some Gins. Icy Wind hits the Gins, also helps control speed, helps stuff like Garchomp and Excadrill outspeed stuff, even without running that much speed investment. Psychic is just there to click if we have nothing else to do. Obviously, Cresselia's special attack isn't that high, so I don't think I'm going to be using this all that much, but it's still there. And stuff like Lunar Dance isn't... Stuff like Lunar Dance is a thing, but Lunar Blessing, that is what I wanted to talk about, isn't in the game yet. So I don't think Lunar Dance for a team like this, I don't think it's that crazy. It would be fine, but I don't think it's crazy. So I still wanted to have the Psychic. I was contemplating on running a Trick Room here, just to be able to reverse Trick Room in case Jeexx brings it, but ultimately I landed on Psychic still, to have another attacking move in addition to Icy Wind. In cases where maybe Cresselia and say a like wonky endgame 1v1 and can win with Psychic, but we'll see. And then we have Mr. Krabs, the Scizor with a Steel Gem here. Bug Bite, Bullet Punch, Sword Stance, Protect, very usual stuff here. Scizor in Sand is going to be nice, and obviously Steel Gem, a Bullet Punch after a Sword Stance is just a delete something button. But obviously, like I said, like some hard matchup for this team are going to be, well, other weathers, obviously, especially Rain, which I'm expecting to see. I think Rain is just insane in this format, and especially with, obviously, Jeexx also loves Scizor, and I wouldn't be surprised if we end up playing a matchup where Jeexx brings a Rain team with Scizor in it, which obviously would be an extremely poor matchup, but we'll see what we can do there. But yeah, and Metagross is really hard for this team, but other than that, like, I think we should be mostly fine. And as I was talking about Rain, here's our Rain team. I'm running a Metagross in my Rain team with a Lumberry here, and I want to get burned. Scald is obviously always an issue for physical attackers, so I'm wary of that. Meteor Mass, then Headbutt, Earthquake, and Protect, pretty usual stuff here. I'm maxing out Metagross's HP, because it hits really hard already, and being able to click Earthquake pretty nicely in this team, since we have 3 immunities in 2 Gins and a Levitating Latios, is pretty nice. And we also have a lot of gems in this team. Latios is carrying a Dragon Gem. I was talking about a Dragon Gem Draco Meteor last time, which I expected from Jeexx. Ended up being a Dragon Pulse set instead, but the main idea with this Latios is it is going to come in, it is going to click Draco, something will explode, and then if I want to switch out, I can, like, later, I can still use Thunder. Hopefully the Rain will be up and I can use that. Or I can stay in, which Jeexx might not expect, and get some speed control with Latios with Icy Wind. Then we have Thunders. Thunders also carrying an Electric Gem. It is a very bulky set this time around. I was kind of inspired by Jeexx last time, and I'm still investing into some speed, but thanks to the Electric Gem, I don't really feel the need to invest a lot into special attack, and I'm trying to just improve the mirror matchup. Jeexx was obviously running a bold set. I'm running a specially defensive Thunders that can hopefully live opposing Thunders' moves and hit back hard with an Electric Gem boosted Thunderbolt. We have Taunt here as well. I've dropped the substitute for Taunt. I saw the value in how insanely good Taunt was in certain scenarios last time. So stealing that. So this is in large parts inspired by Jeexx, just altered a little bit. And then I'm obviously keeping the Thunder Wave and HPIs. Having powered the Thunder Wave, which in Gen 5 is still 100% accurate, is obviously insane. And HPIs is there because obviously we can't click Thunderbolt on the ground types. So if Jeexx also ends up bringing a Rain and a Sand team obviously being able to hit stuff like Garchomp with HP Ice is going to be really nice. We've got Ludicolo here. Ludicolo also insanely good into the Sand teams, thanks to the potential Grass type coverage. I'm not running any though. I'm running Focus Sash with Swift Swim. This is my Fake Out Mon. I also have Protect, Ice Beam, and Hydro Pump. I'm trying to hit as hard as possible. I was contemplating instead of Ice Beam, because I have Ice Beam also on Politoed, and I have HP Ice on Thunders. I was seriously contemplating running Giga Drain or Energy Ball on Ludicolo, but I think for the most part, like apart from Gastro, like I can still hit the ground types with Ice Beam. It just gives me good coverage. I can click Hydro on them. It's just like, am I actually going to put all of that for essentially one Pokemon? And I felt like I don't want to, especially because Ice Beam also hits the Gyms, which are obviously still insane. So that's kind of the idea there. Then we have Politoed here with Citrus Berry, Drizzle, obviously Encore, Scald, Ice Beam, Protect, like a super standard Politoed set. Mostly investing in Special Block because I don't want to explode through Thunderbolts from our good friend Thunders. Encore is obviously, no priority Encore isn't as crazy, but still if Jeexx wants to bring some setup. Encore obviously really good. Scald, one of the most broken moves of all time. 80 base power, cannot miss, 30% chance to burn the bane of any physical attacker. Once again, Ice Beam to hit the Gins and then protects. Self-explanatory. And we're mixing things up with Tornadoes a little bit this time. I have Protect here. Once again, like stole the taunt idea from Jeexx because it's just so good. I have Tailwind here, and because we are running a Rain team, this time actually instead of Acrobatics, I'm bringing a Flying Gem. I just feel like there's so much more Scald gonna be going around, and last time obviously there were so many good fighting types. Like Conk, like Scrafty, even to a lesser degree, we didn't bring it, but Mienshao would have been like pretty good, I think, because it also gets Fake Out. So I think like there was just a bunch of good fighting types that all got removed by Flying Gem Acrobatics. So this time I'm expecting a lot less fighting types, and obviously Acrobatics, if you can't just absolutely explode something, is a lot less valuable. So Hurricane is here. Obviously because of the 30% chance to confuse, and also it just has a way higher base power. It's really good with or without Flying Gem. It's a one-time nuke, and then it confuses and helps add variance to the games. Essentially the spread is here to be very bulky, and the one speed Eevee is here just to scout for speed tiers. Obviously the only speed tier that this is shared by is these two Gins. I'm pretty sure Archeops is 1 point slower, but I don't think we're going to be seeing Archeops. But like the Gins have an incredibly good speed here at 111. And even without any investment, like it's still going to be really good. But if Jeexx wants to get greedy and go like super bulky on one of the Gins and make it like max, for example, or if it decides to go like a super tank one, like the Bolt one, like for example, like max defense, max HP, and then puts the last point into offense, then we can get the cheeky outspeed. The 1 point doesn't really matter, obviously, so it's a free point that we get, so that's pretty nice. Use a different name. Wait, can I? Am I stupid? $186, 108, 100. Huh. Wait, I'm actually dumb as bricks. Thank you. This is a great feature to have on Pokemon Showdown. This is actually a great feature because this still lets me leave the 2 rock slides and get my... Ooh, you know what? Thank you, Pokemon Showdown, for that feature. I think this is the first time I've actually used it. Well, that's fire. But yeah, those are going to be the 2 teams. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. And hopefully you enjoyed Jeexx's team breakdowns as well. And afterwards, we will see y'all in the battle zone.
Okay, so we are playing Gen 5 VGC 2012. Or if you just want to put like shorthand, VGC 2012. I am running Cresselia, Metagross, Hydreigon, Tyranitar, Garchomp, and Rotom Wash. Cresselia with Citrus Berry, Levitate, Ice Beam, Psyshock, Swagger, Trick Room. Metagross with Lumberry, Clear Body, Meteor Mash, Zen Headbutt, Earthquake, Protect. This guy's obviously giga fucking slow, so that he can actually use Trick Room. Hydreigon with Dragon Gem, Levitate, Protect, Flamethrower, Drag Pulse, and Draco Meteor. This guy's supposed to be nuke, and he's pretty fast overall. 1.9, like almost max speed investment. And I think he outspeeds Garchomp barely. Yeah, this Garchomp that I have barely invested speed into. This Garchomp specifically is from, well, this team is based off of the Ray Chases team. I don't have all the IVs here, but I was looking at Garchomp and I was doing a calc using Halbomberry, and I was like, this thing is not surviving a Draco Meteor from a Dragon Gem Hydreigon. What is going on? And then I went to check, and it seems like Ray has like an extremely specific EV spread, which I have yoinked because otherwise I would be sitting here wondering why did I get one shot. And now it's a range. It's a 85 to 101% range on one-hit KOing with a Draco Meteor from a Dragon Gem boosted Hydreigon. For Latios with Life Gem, it doesn't kill at all, and I think it's 86 to 95%. I can do damage to it. But yep. We have T-Tar with Choppleberry, Sandstorm, Rock Slide, Loki, Fire Punch, Protect. Obviously, this thing is a fucking menace. It's T-Tar. I don't remember what these EVs were for, but as you can see, it's supposed to be able to take a hit. It's got 0 defense though, which is kind of weird, if you ask me. Wait, what do I have special? I must have moved that wrong. Yeah. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I built these teams a while ago now. But yeah, this is the only thing that I've been looking into recently. Then we have Rotom, Wash, Choice, Specs, Left, Thunderbolt, Hydro Pump, Hidden Power, Grass, Thunder. If we run into a Rain team, I can use Thunder to shoot motherfuckers. Caesar with Akaberry, Technician, Bullet Punch, Bug Bite, Superpower, Protect with max attack investment. And then we just pray that I can one-shot whoever happens to come into my way. Latios with Life Orb, Levitate, Draco Meteor, Psychic, Tailwind, Protect, Speed Controllers and Tailwind, Psychic obviously for Stab Psychic, Draco Meteor for nuking things. You can make the argument of running like Dragon Pulse instead of Draco Meteor, but I'm kinda... Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, it would probably make more sense to be running Dragon Pulse over Draco Meteor, because Draco Meteor reduces my attack, reduces my special attack, and I have just spec'd my Garchomp into being able to take a Draco Meteor really well from Latios, and I can't kill it with another one. So I might as well go for Dragon Pulse, because I think Dragon Pulse will specifically deal maybe 60%, not 60%, maybe about half of what Draco Meteor does. Let me see, I'll let you put these guys in here real quick for my sleep and my chain of memories. And let's see what the numbers say. I'm not gonna show this, but Draco Meteor would do 75. Dragon Pulse does 50 to 58. Okay, so I have a 2-shot angle with Dragon Pulse on a Garchomp, and Garchomp is 96 to 112% chance to one-hit KO me, which kind of sucks. So honestly, how much do I need to increase my defense to make that like? Not this defense, the other one. How much do I need to increase my defense to not make it one shot? Ooh. I need to have 132. So how slow do I get? I'm still faster than a Garchomp. Okay. Wow. Can I actually get... There we go. I'll go with this, because this seems to be good enough to not get one-shot by Dragon Claw 100% of the time from a Garchomp. And because I'm guaranteed faster than it, if it has a berry on it, I can just nuke it in return. I think this should be fine. That means this means I can take Rock Slides a little bit better too. You can make the argument of running more HP, but I didn't actually check if running more HP meant that I would. How much HP do I need? It's the same amount. If it's the same amount of HP, it is not. I need more HP than I need defense to not get one shot. about, what if I mixed these? What if I said I put 66 or something and then 66 here? Okay. And then 116 here. How many points do I have left? At 76 HP and no, sorry, at 66 HP and 76. Oh no! I mean, I can look this up. This way, I have 82 to 99.3%. I survive a hit 100% of the time. The problem, obviously, is that there's going to be sand on the field, so I'm probably going to get tapped by that. But just in case it's a Hydreigon or something. Actually, this doesn't matter for a Hydreigon, because I think a Hydreigon will just kill me. Final chapter. Yeah, Draco Meteor will just 100% kill me, which I think is fine, because I should be able to outspeed it with this. Let's go with this. This is... I'm gonna get fucking nuked for that, but you know. Terrakion with Choice Scarf, Justified Close Combat, Rock Slide, Earthquake, X Scissor. Obviously, this thing is supposed to kill this guy. This thing is supposed to kill this guy. This also probably helps with, if I take Caesar up in here. Sorry, I'm looking at a lot of Calyx here. Yeah, Caesar with Bug Bite just one-shots Latios, but it doesn't deal that much damage with Bullet Punch, so I have to make a read, and obviously that's scary. That's always scary, because Caesar is super weak to fire, and there's a lot of Mons in this that deal fire. Tornadus with Tailwind, Acrobatics, Taunt, Protect, Prankster, Flying Gem. Obviously, I think this is the exact same Tornadus that I was running last week, except I'm running defense instead of speed. You can make the argument that I should just crank this and make it max speed investment instead, because this way I will never lose out on a speed tie, to hopefully never lose out on a speed tie. And then we have Immortal, Fighting Gem, Intimidate, Fake Out, White Guard, Sucker Punch, Close Combat, Infernate, Focus Ash Blaze, Fake Out, Close Combat, Overheat, Encore. If I'm going to be running into like some kind of spread team, for example, obviously San has a lot of spread moves, so I'm going to be probably bringing Hitmontop and most likely clicking White Guard a lot of the time. I was originally thinking of giving White Guard to this guy too, I think. I think he had it. No, I was looking for Fake Out users for my teams, and I found Infernate while I was looking for stuff. But yeah, that about does it. Good luck with the games.
Anyways, we are back with another VGC set, VGC 2012. How you feeling?
I just looked at some stuff earlier, and I was super confused why my fucking Garchomp just gets nuked by everything. And then I realized, oh, this motherfucker needs like extremely specific EVs to be able to actually threaten KOs on Latios and not die to Draco Meteor from Hydreigon or Latios.
Fair.
Okay, got it.
You've been in the lab.
I have some specific stuff, but most of my stuff is very lazy, I'll be honest.
Including the teams.
I respect them.
It's nothing revolutionary, and it's gonna be exactly what you expect.
It's sand. Guma carry this one for real? He do be carrying this one for real.
I saw Skyrim brought out the revived TP Karthus in the show match. That's beast mode.
I did not watch it at all.
I didn't see it either because of the timing when it was, but I just saw stuff on the Everything app. Shout out Grok. Anywho,
good old Grog.
For the most part,
how are you feeling about VGC 2012?
as I said, basically everything is very boring.
I think this is less interesting than 2011, and
for sure,
insanely less interesting than 2013, because it's like, oh, you don't have the hidden abilities that make some mons interesting, and you're missing the limitations of the previous one, so you're just making a comp that has T-Tar in it for sand, and you're shoving every good Pokemon from previous generations into this, along with the honestly kinda mediocre lineup that you currently have available from Gen 5.
Yep.
And then in 2013, it's like, oh, never mind. Gen 5 is like literally the best generation so far. Fuck you.
Yeah, it's kind of a filler generation. Obviously, suffering from the fact that suffering from the fact that
There was no restricted format. If there was, it would just be fucking Kyogre Gin Slop. So probably for the best, but still.
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, I'm tired, man. Shall we
We're
just...
almost out of Gen 5, okay?
It is true. It is true. I'm very excited
It's been a long
for
time.
Gen 6 and Gen 7 because that was obviously when we get Mega Evolutions, and
Say that again.
big fan. I will not be saying it again. You heard me the first time, and that'll be that. Anyway, shall we just dive right in?
We shall.
Send you the challenge. Best of luck, and I will see you after the games.
See you in a bit.
Alright. Anyways, maybe it is a way of trying to bait me into playing something else. He was talking a lot about sand, so is he busting out sand first or not? I don't know. I expect it to be him also bringing sand and rain, because like I said, I think the format is pretty boring. So the least I can do is hope for a not double mirror, but we'll see. But I'm not feeling great about this format because, like I said, my team's not super interesting. And also, Jeexx as a big Caesar enjoyer. Okay, at least we didn't get a mirror. As a big Caesar enjoyer, it's gonna be, difficult to break through. This Metagross is also gonna be hard. He also has 3 levitators. Latios needs to come, like 100%. Like Latios is literally my win condition in this game. The question is, do I lead my Politoed? I think even into T-Tar. What's T-Tar's base speed? Sorry, you're not supposed to see that. I'll hit it later. Tyranitar was base 61, and Politoed I think is base 70, so slightly faster. Tailwind is nice, but oh yeah, I'm thinking a lot. I think the issue here is if I bring Politoed up front, I don't have an annual rain is the issue. I don't actually think Metagross does a lot here. I like Thunderous. I will say that. I'll bring Thunderous, and I didn't have... I'll bring Latios and Politoed. And I'll bring Ludicolo and Thunderous in the back. Alright. Not great leads. He definitely has T-Tar in the back is the thing. But the question is, who would go into T-Tar? I can click Protect here pretty safely. Depending on what he obviously has. I assume this thing will have Icy Wind, and that's obviously very good into my team, but I'll scout out with the Protect, and I'll simply click Scald at Metagross. I think if somebody is switching, it's probably Cress, but if he doesn't switch, getting a burn on Metagross would be nice. Stays in, Meteor Mashes. So let's see if we get the burn. We do get the burn. Is he Lumberry? He is Lumberry. Okay. I expected Lumberry, and it's a Trick Room. Interesting. So then, T-Tar is definitely here. I assume it's T-Tar Chomp, and I assume it's bulky and slow Chomp. How much do I take off Meteor Mash? A lot. I don't really do anything back. I can go into... Then I assume he's not running Ice Wind though. I'll go here to get Fake Out Pressure, and I'll just click Scald here again, because once again, if we get the burn, obviously that's gonna be really good. No attack phrase, please. Thank you. Another burn? No burn. Alright, there's Ice Beam into the slot, so he definitely just wanted to... I'm sorry, I'm looking up on the screen because it's bothering me because constantly Discord is telling me, you're currently muted. I know Discord, that's kind of the point. Well, he dies to anything. If he protects, I don't really mind. I'll click Scald once again. He could also be Rotom and T-Tar, or he could have not brought the Sand Mode either at all and have brought these four. But I think like Hydreigon is, I don't know. We'll see. I do think like this is a like pretty good team matchup for him, especially given it's a Trick Room mode, but we'll see. Sorry, sorry if I seem like really low energy. I literally woke up, ate breakfast, and I was feeling kind of groggy when I woke up. I don't know why. Okay, it is Rotom Wash, and it is Protect on the Metagross, which is fine. Alright. Now the question is, do I want to keep my Fake Out Pressure? I kind of do, and I really like Thunderous, because of Crass. So I think I will Protect here. I expect the Metagross to switch, but honestly, anything to get burned would be pretty nice. I could also Scald here as well, but I don't know. I don't expect him to double into my Politoed, but I do think I want to keep it alive, right? He never kills my Politoed with anything off this thing, but I still think Rain is too valuable for me. The issue is also that I still haven't busted out Latios, and I'm gonna be most likely stuck on -2 special attack. But given that I'm Dragon Gem, even if he is bulky guard chomp, I'm pretty sure I OHKO it. The big issue is going to be dealing with T-Tar without my Politoed, which is right. Like, I think Ludicolo is less valuable here than Politoed. I don't love bringing in Thunders here, but it at least gives me Taunt on the field when Trick Room is about to end. And yeah. So then had probably a double into it. Oh, okay. I have definitely expected a double up into it. Alright, I wonder what HP that is. Trick Room is ending this turn. Now the question is, what am I expecting him to do? He could Protect here. I do need to sacrifice, like I said, I do unfortunately need to sacrifice my Thunderous. I don't love this, but I do think I'll do this. I'm not pivoting well, I will say that much. I'm playing too passive, which is often the issue that I have. And I do need to Thunder Wave here, I think. There's the Gen 5 pair, and I resist the HP. Alright, now my position is insane. I will say I got bailed out by the paralysis. My position would have been really bad if not for that. And at this point, I think we drop a Draco on the Rotom, no matter what it goes into. That slot is taking insane amounts of damage. And T-Volt kills this slot, thanks to Electric Gem. Actually, let me make sure, but I'm pretty sure even Rotom dies too. Yeah, Rotom dies to Draco, because, yeah. Dragon Gem Draco is not fair. This thing is eating like 60%. Alright, there's T-Tar. That's fine. And I miss. Okay, well. That is very bad. Alright, I think I killed T-Tar with a Draco, though. I don't. Okay, that's bad. I can Protect here, and I can Taunt the Crest to prevent... Yeah, this is fine. I can prevent the Trick Room from going up this way. That's fine. I'll protect here. He's probably going for Trick Room, right? Yep. Alright, and now what do? Because Thunderous doesn't kill Rotom. Did I use my Electric Gem already? I did, yeah. I think... So I know all the Mons now. Tyranitar is gonna be the scary thing, but honestly at this point I think I drop a Draco on the Rotom, because if I just get rid of this Rotom, like I'm gonna be in pretty good position. I don't do like anything. Actually, it's not irrelevant, Chip. You know what? I will be Thunderbolting here. There we go. We get the Thunderbolt chip, and I don't even die, which is not bad. I still think we kill Metagross here. The last move is definitely Bullet Punch, which I expect him to... Okay, he did it. Interesting. Well, I do have a guaranteed Thunder now, but the question is how much damage does it do, and is it worth it? Because if I Thunder, I still have a decent bit of time. I don't do a lot now. I think I'd rather save my Latios. So we will do this, and I think, is it better to Thunderbolt? Then I think T-Wave makes more sense here. The issue is that Taunt is ending next turn, and then I won't have way to end. Right? Yeah, you know what? I think I need to do this. Because I need to not let him taunt Trick Room. That's fine. 8 Rock Slide damage. And Taunt ends, but Taunt ends on a good turn because I can now go Thunders. And Scald, I doubt Oko's. It's actually a relatively high chance to Oko. But now the thing here is that the Taunt is so obvious. Like, it is so obvious for me to click Taunt here. So I almost don't want to do it. But this is literally the turn that decides the game. Because if he gets Trick Room up, I lose. If he gets Trick Room up and I don't kill Tyranitar, I lose. If I kill Tyranitar and he gets Trick Room up, then there's still a chance I win. Actually, no. Yeah, if he gets Trick Room up, I lose, right? I'm pretty sure every single time, if he gets Trick Room up, I lose. If I Scald here, he protects, and I go for... No. Even if it's an obvious taunt, I'm still clicking it. That's fine, because I'm pretty sure I kill with Scald. That's fine. He guaranteed wins the Weather War here, but yeah, I was gonna say, as long as I kill Metagross, I should be fine. Because I don't kill this thing with Scald now. Actually, yeah, I don't even do KO with the Scald. It's basically a 50-50 now. Because if I protect correctly, I win. Can I... I don't think my Poly can beat Cress 1v1 though. Can it? Trico doesn't Oko. Am I gonna risk it on my Politoed versus the Cress? Part of me wants to. To protect is too obvious. I'll do this and we'll see what happens. I'm gonna assume I'm faster than the... Fuck. Okay, I lost. Good protect. It was always a like 50-50 in his favor. And like I said, the The team matchup wasn't great. Oh, and I reveal Citrus. But yeah, BO3 again. But yeah, this is gonna be a hard week, obviously, because of the matchups. The issue is just that my team is so bad into this. Which tends to be I've noticed that tends to be a pattern that I get really bad team matchups when we're playing. For whatever reason, it's specifically VGC. Like, Jeexx has a really good meta read. Obviously, he's a VGC player. Like, he actively plays champion, so it does make sense that he would be favored. I still think it needs to be Latios. The thing is that Cress is just so good into my team. But I think this time, I'm going to play more aggressive. I'll lead these two. Part of me wants to leave even my Ray mode out, but it at least means that he needs to respect it. But I do wonder if I should bring Metagross. Ludicolo didn't do much, but to be fair, I set it up to kinda fail. I think, honestly, it was more of like me just positioning badly. He probably does the same. Okay, sand this time around, so I can guaranteed get rid of the sand. And what do I want to do? I know this thing was. I knew for most of this things for this meteor mash, but yeah. Metagross is scary though. I know it's Lumberry as well. The thing here is, we know T-Tar has Protect. It used it there. Rock Slide and Protect are the only ones that we know. If I drop a Draco on it, and I think I kill it with 31. Actually, don't even kill it with a double up. Guaranteed. If I get rid of T-Tar though, you know what? I'm on the back foot. This might be stupid. I want to make an aggressive play for once. Okay, it didn't kill. So it's especially defensive. But yeah, it's obviously, like I said, bad team matchup, so I need to make some aggressive plays, but if it wasn't if it wasn't like max special defense, like that would have been fine. I assume he has Bullet Punch. He hasn't revealed it yet, but I assume he has Bullet Punch. But that's probably game. It just, because the matchup is so bad, I need to try to pivot around stuff. Yeah, this was obvious, but I'm fishing for burns. It just, Metagross is so good into my team. I think that should be GG. I don't think it matters which one I knock, because it's like, if I get a burn here, he still gets to, yep, GG. Because even if I get the burn there, it's still, yeah. I'd rather not waste everybody's time, especially when it's such a like bad matchup. All right, and now we play Sand in the Rain. I do have Gastro, obviously, specifically for this matchup. But apart from that, it's going to be very difficult. Because, yeah, I was going to say, because he's 100% going to have Scizor. And Scizor is obviously going to be difficult. Triple fighting type. So Cress looks insane here. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Cress looks fucking insane here. My Scizor doesn't do anything except hurt the Terrakion. And I'm expecting it to be Rain Dance on the Tornadus. So leading this thing doesn't do anything. It's always gonna be Cress, but the question is who else? Part of me wants to just do Chomp, see what his leads are. I can protect Chomp and bring in T-Tar if need be. I don't think he leads this thing if he even brings it, because it's not great into my team. And yeah, it's always this thing, but what do I bring next? I need T-Tar, but I don't want it in the lead, I don't think. I'll bring these two up front, and I don't know if I need Gastro. I think I'd rather just have this thing for Latios, and then we'll bring T-Tar. We'll bring the like regular sand mode. I don't think Caesar can ever come into this fight, because with my moveset, like I cannot touch any of these things. Like I cannot touch Nape, I cannot touch Caesar, and I have Bug Bite for Latios, which is nice, but I also have Excisor on Exca, because my team is very weak to Cresselia, so I needed something for that. There's Caesar, and this thing has obviously manual thingamabob. Going for an Icy Wind here isn't bad. I like Icy Wind. Protect isn't great. Actually, I don't hate subbing here. I do have Bright Powder, which obviously doesn't really do much here, but I go for an aggressive play with Icy Wind sub here. And we'll see if he rain dances. I don't think he has a reason to. But like, Garchomp is very likely to run Rock Slide. But the thing about Rock Slide is I'm not running it. I am Dragon Claw. Which I think after 2 Icy Winds and Dragon Claw is guaranteed. There's Taunt, which I don't mind. Is he going Softness? Bug Bite into the Crest. Okay, he doubled up into Crest, which is fine. Now then, it's time when we introduce the shenanigans, and I'm just gonna click Dragon Claw here. If he does a manual Rain Dance here, obviously that means that our Bright Powder and Sandvale shenanigans are going up, which means that, you know, Garchomp is gonna be the best chance Jeexx will have at hitting him is going to be 70%. And if he's trying for something like Draco Meteor, it's going to be like 59 or 58, I think. Obviously, I'm eating a Bug Bite here most likely, which sucks, but that's fine. We get our lucky crits. Yeah, there's the Bug Bite. That is a very lucky crit, I will say. To be fair, though, I guess it's like fine for him to create momentum here. But we do get rid of his Rain, which is obviously insane. Alright, I do have Fire Punch for Caesar specifically, but unfortunately I'm so low that I don't think it does anything here. This thing is probably faking out. Actually, yeah, it doesn't have a reason to fake out. Caesar can't really touch Exca, but I think like he's obviously very likely to attack here. And I don't know if I need my Tyranitar anymore, is the thing. The issue is that without my Tyranitar, obviously dealing with Caesar is going to be quite difficult, but, you know. He might be thinking that he kills me with Mach Punch, but I'm actually not sure if that's right. Okay, Mach Punch Giga kills. Yeah, never mind, because my Chople Berry is eaten. He has a guaranteed Mach Punch. So I think I will protect here, and I will just click Earthquake. Bullet Punch, he does hit. There's the close combat, so he doesn't have Mach Punch then. We get another crit, which is insane. Interesting. Now the question is here, do I go for the gimmick and click my sub? Because, you know, I am faster on my, yeah, way faster. I Fire Punch here, and I hope that he misses, question mark. No, I'll play my gimmick. Miss me? He gets lucky, okay. So that is 70% accurate. This thing will die to Sandstorm, which is nice. I had the I had the I can helping. Actually, I'm pretty sure I kill with helping hand here, right? Yeah, this is a guaranteed kill, but obviously then I'm gonna be 1v1 against whatever he has, and if it's literally either of these things, actually I probably Oko both. This thing dies to sand guaranteed. How much do I take off Muck Punch? Quite a bit. It's Tailwind, but I'm 220 speed. How much does... Well, Hitmontop isn't that fast. It's 70. So I'm guaranteed faster. After Momon has been switched in. Should be before, I think. Don't quote me on that, is what I'll say. I'll do this. Does Bullet Punch kill my Cress? It doesn't. Does Bullet Punch Mach Punch kill my Cress? It's 20 plus 25. It doesn't. If you switch him out, he lives. And now it should be guaranteed. Obviously, depending on what he has, but I think I play around this thing being... A Scarf doesn't matter. I play around this thing being... Focus Sash. And this way... Okay, it is Sash. I'm glad I played around that. Because if I... Obviously, I don't have a reason to Helping Hand there. I could have gone for Ice Beam. But yeah. Oh, it's 2? Wait, what does that mean? What do you mean? Yeah. Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter. Alright, well, we maneuvered that nicely, even though we didn't get the RNG we're trying to get with Chomp. I'm just trying to do the funny. I don't reveal Bright Powder because he never missed anything, so there's a chance that he, you know, is unexpected. I always bring Cress though. Like I don't care if he brings the same leaves. I'm always bringing Cress. And honestly, I don't hate, because if he goes Latios, I actually think, do I do the same thing? I think I do the same thing.
Because, like, if he brings in Latios to nuke my Garchomp, he, like...
What's the... Let me actually make the... let me make the calc of what's the... Pokemon... Can I do accuracy calc? I can't. Oh, but I can do it, actually. I can just count it myself, because it's 0.9 times 0.9 is 0.8. It's 65% chance to land a thingamabob on me. I could protect... Actually, I think he's gonna taunt my Chomp this time. But the issue is that Caesar is just so annoying for my team. Do I just Helping Hand? Now I'll protect I can double protect, but then he sets up Tailwind for free. If he taunts me here and I let Scizor set up in SD though, I'm in big trouble. That's the issue. Did I reveal Fire Punch? I didn't. Okay. Oh yeah, this should be up. Am I stupid if I just hard switch Chomp into T-Tar? Like, would I be down for that? A little bit. I'll do it. Expect taunt here. Acrobatics. Okay, so he's the same. Okay, he was trying to nuke my Crest immediately. Alright. I think I'll go Chomp here still. Now the question is, what do I press here? Do I go Rock Slide? Because I can't kill this thing even with Fire Punch. And Rock Slide does good chip. But Rock Slide is a good chance to actually OHKO this. Actually, after Sand, I'm very likely to OHKO this thing. And getting rid of it is nice because it gets rid of his speed control. What did he have? It's Taunt, Tailwind, Acrobatics, and then probably Protect. Do I die to a double up is the question. Bug Bite is so much damage, dude. Bug Bite is like infinite damage, which is the issue. Whatever Protect here. What does that do? You know what? I go Exca here and Rock Slide. Fuck it. I'll do this. I'm fine with that. He does have superpower, which is less damage than if he would have done something else bad. It also drops his defense, which is nice for me. Third crit. Crit, by the way. I'm talented. I don't know what's with my crits today. This thing dies to... What do I expect him to have in the back though? Do I die to BP? I do. He definitely kills... He definitely goes for overheat and kills me, right? But do I care about that? Because I kill both of these to sand damage. Yeah, I go Earthquake, Protect here. I mean, that is an insane crit, though. It was, again, on the Tornadoes as well. Does he protect? Does the Fake Out? That's fine. There's Bug Bite. And then I think, I mean, now I just killed this thing. I think I just sack my T-Tar here. If he protects both Mons and I kill my T-Tar though, I'm gonna feel like a fucking dumbass. I just do this. Yeah, Caesar dies because of the defense boost, even through Intimidate. And now he has no more pivots he can do. And game should be over. I do want to preserve my Exca though, I'm pretty sure. So I think I'd rather go into T-Tar because I don't need it. And how much do I do of Psychic on Ape? A good amount of chip, actually. I can just kill the Hitmontop though, right? I'll just do this. Yeah, just playing it safe. There we go. And obviously now there's nothing you can do. GG. GG. Alright, and now we need to beat the weather wars with my rain team against his rain team, which is the scary thing here. At least the games have been fast, even though we've gone obviously a lot of games. It's the issue is just like, how am I killing Caesar with this team? Like, genuinely. The nice thing here is that once I put up rain is gonna be up. But now I don't have to worry about these things. You know. I don't have to worry about this team, so I can close these. Here actually my metagrowers can do a lot. Infernape he's never bringing because he doesn't have a way to turn off rain. I have a pretty free Politoed lead. And actually, do I lead Politoed Ludicolo? Actually, don't hate it against a lot of his stuff. I'm gonna Politoed Ludicolo. I'm bringing Metagross in the back, and then I need something to deal with Caesar, which I think is gonna be my... Am I timid? I'm timid, right? I am, thank God. So I can do stuff in the Latios mirror. And I mean, I have Ludicolo for that as well. Actually, leading Ludicolo is kind of risky, because Ludicolo is also my way to deal with Latios. But I think I bring these for.
Oh, okay, that was fast.
Alright, that's fine. I have the faster fake outs, which is nice. So I can go fake out, and does this thing nuke me with acrobatics? It does not. I kill it with Hydro Pump, assuming I hit it. And do I care about him faking out my Politoed? Am I fine with just us trading fake outs is essentially what I'm trying to get at. I think the answer is yes, question mark. If he fake outs my Ludicolo, I just win, right? I'm fine with us trading fake outs. Yeah. That's fine. And even after Tailwind, like, I'm gonna be faster. So the thingy now is that he has a 50-50 to Oko, my guy. But acrobatics kills me, obviously. And double ice beam kills this thing. I think I go Metagross here and just click Ice Beam on this Caesar, and I go Meta. Yep. He crits me, but I do have Sash. And now the question is, does he go for the Bullet Punch? Which I think is pretty safe for him to do. But Metagross kills this thing with both moves. Assuming I hit is the thing. I think I go... This is higher chance to hit. I mean, it's still 85%. I would be very unlucky to miss that. I maintain my fake out pressure here. He gets Tailwind up. He bug bites my Metagross, which is fine. I lose my Lumberry, but I get him on. He does have Tailwind up now, but obviously Tailwind is the same as me having Ludicolo. Alright, this thing comes out. If I'm him, what am I more afraid of? I think the Metagross, right? I could double protect to see what he wants to do. But the thing is, Meteor Mash guaranteed kills this thing. So he definitely wants my guy gone. I think if I'm him, I'm more afraid of Metagross. And if I get a burn on Terrakion, it's essentially gone. He could double up into either of my Mons, and it's essentially like I'm trying to gauge like what does he deem to be more scary. But because he has Hitmontop in the back as well, I think like in his mind I would assume Metagross is the bigger threat. Earthquake and Bug Bite. Yeah, okay, makes sense. I think that's the right call on his part though. Do we get the burn? We get the burn as well. Dude, my RNG today has been insane, I will say. And fair. Universe does one. Nothing. It's Pokemon. Okay. What do I want to do here? Sack my Ludicolo, right? Yeah, sack my Ludicolo and skull this guy. Hate the Bug Bite, but I live it. This thing dies. He does have Fake Out now. But he can Fake Out. I have a double protect. If I allow the Caesar to get a boost up here, do I die is the question. Tailwind is running out, so I don't think so. I think I can double protect here. Actually, can I? How much did Bug Bite do? 38%. If he doubles into me, I die. But if he doubles into me and I kill Caesar, is that fine? If he fakes out me and kills this thing, am I fine? I'm not. You know, I would rather double protect. I think he's likely Source Sense here. Okay, he did. Thank good. And now I'm fine, because I can Zen Headbutt here, I can Scald here. I can take one of my Mons, but as long as one of them lives, I should be fine. Because can he take both? I don't... No, I think I'm fine. I could also go for Encore here, but because I'm close, I'm not that fast. And there's Sucker Punch and Bullet Punch, but that's fine. Because I was going to say, assuming I hit, I do take a kill here, and now I just have the Mon advantage. And the issue here is that I do need to reveal Thunder, because I don't want to miss Draco. Alright, and that's that. I will say, the universe wanted me to win today.
Like, it's...
That was Pokemon.
I'm about to fuck off.
That's very fair. I mean, to be fair, there's not much to say about it, because I assume you were manual rain dance on...
No.
Tornadus. Oh, it's protect last
no.
move?
Why the fuck would I ever run Rain Dance on any? What the hell?
Okay. Well, hey, then it wasn't
Nothing that can use
complete
it.
mirrors.
I have a fire type on my team. I'm never gonna run that.
Yeah, but you don't need to bring it, because, like, for example, here it's Ray matchup, so you didn't bring it. You can protect Scissor with it, and you can make Latios more accurate with it.
The main reason why what I was running, I was not running Thunder on this anything here, which is
I
also.
mean, makes sense if you're not running Rain Dance. It would be psychotic to run Thunder if you're not running Rain Dance.
I mean, no. Well, in theory, it makes perfect sense because then you're like, well, I'm gonna run into Rain anyway. Because currently I'm running Tailwind instead of Thunder on Latios. But the reason why I was running that was because, like, well, if there's any situation where I can't bring Tornadoes, I can bring Latios, and then I can use that. But hey ho.
Fair.
Doesn't matter. Anything that I thought about or did about this team is completely irrelevant because, you know.
Yep.
Me when I get first turn hit with Scald into Burn, lose my Lumberry, and then the next thing that happens is that a Garchomp crits me. I don't know if that crit mattered. And then later down the line, there's another crit that just completely shits on me. And then there's another crit that completely shits on me. And then there's a Burn that completely shits on me. And it's like, okay, yeah, cool.
Yep. I mean, Scald burning is as likely as you hitting my Garchomp, because I was Bark Powder and Sand Veil. So 100% accurate moves are 7% accurate. Because I'm a bad person. But
no, Scald hitting is 30%.
Yeah, 30%. And
yeah, you said hitting me.
Oh, yeah. No, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that shit
yeah.
doesn't give you 70% evasion.
No, but I mean, Scald might as well have fucking 70% fucking burn chance. I mean, it's
like
the most,
it
it's the most
has.
broken move, like probably the most broken attacking move that's not a signature move of all time. Because
How
it
much
just
does Icy Wind do? What is the base power of Icy Wind?
55. At least modern is 55. Was it 55 then as well? Yeah, it's 55.
I think they should buff this. I think they should buff Icy Wind.
Yeah, because it's not already a really good move.
Yeah. I think they should make it so that it has a 70% chance to slow you, and it's a 70 base power move. Huh? And you can choose if it's a spread or a single turn. I think that would be fair. That's the kind of like level that I feel Scald is at. It's fucking nonsense. It's the same thing as Moonblast and Psychic, really. It feels like Moonblast is just objectively more powerful in every regard than Psychic is. Which is true, because Moonblast hits things perfectly well and doesn't have any immunities against it. Whereas Psychic has, like, the most popular type in the game, arguably, that resists it.
I mean, it's literally the newest type in the game that was made to be broken versus a type that was broken literally when the game came out.
But even then, it was mainly broken just because they poorly balanced the move pools and resistances for that.
Yeah, I mean, the resistances are the reason why it was. It was just like, because back then, like, hitting stuff for super effective is harder. So it's like, okay, well, you have a move that hits everything for at least neutral.
Yeah. Whereas, because the only types of Pokemon that could deal with Psychic types at all were also weak to Psychic.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Bug types are all, like, either they're usually like Bug Poison if they have a decent matchup into it, so they just take neutral damage from it. And then Ghost types, obviously, which are the thing that does super effective damage to Psychic types alongside Bug type, they too are solely weak to it in Gen 1.
Mm-hmm.
Which kind of blows. Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, for the set itself, like, there's not much there, because as we already established before, it feels like more of a filler set. And yeah. But names, though, I see you're still continuing. There is some variation of one will be the name of the Caesar. But what about the 2 on the Terrakion?
It's Kingdom Hearts subtitles. It's Kingdom Hearts 1, Kingdom Hearts 2. Then there's 358/2, Chain of Memories. Recoded. And then for the second team, it's the name of a single game in the franchise. Kingdom Hearts 2.8, A Fragmentary Passage, Final Chapter Prologue, Birth by Sleep 0.
And then we wonder why people think this franchise is corny.
I didn't even get the 0.2 in here. So
fair enough.
Because I think 0.2 would have made more sense than the 0 on Rotom Wash, but the actual title is like Kingdom Hearts 0 for Birth by Sleep, so.
Gotcha.
But yeah, it didn't come up, but because I didn't bring Garchomp once. But Habomberry on Garchomp with 196 EVs lives Hydreigon, Dragon Gem Draco Meteor, and a Latios Life Orb Draco Meteor.
Does it live Latios, Dragon Gem, Draco?
No.
Okay. Because I was gonna say, like, surely there is
and
nothing that lives that
No.
in this generation. Because I was just max Dragon Gem Draco, and it was literally either this kills something that comes in that doesn't resist it, or it chips something that resists it for 70%. Because that's
So
what
the
Gen
main-
5 Latios does.
Main reason why I went with these instead of just fully investing into it, because I think it would live it if I fully invested into HP and the special defense, is because then this is useless.
Yeah, I mean, at that
it doesn't-
point,
doesn't
it's
any
literally a silver bullet for one thing that might come up.
Yeah, and it doesn't kill the thing. It
Yeah.
just dies to it the next turn because it can't hit it.
I'm actually curious.
'Cause,
Let me actually see if I go.
Because now it does, I think it's a range of 85 to 100 and something, or 95 to 100 and something on one-shotting Latios in return with
Give
Dragon
me
Claw.
Latios, give me Garchomp. I want both.
Because it's a range still to not die. I think it's the same range as killing.
Plus special defense. 255. 255.
In sand, remember. Actually, in sand
It
is
doesn't
probably
matter
an
because
even
Garchomp isn't a rock type.
Oh, true, right. My bad. I keep fucking forgetting that ground types don't get the bonus.
Yeah, I mean, ground is a good type. It doesn't need it, so yeah.
Yeah.
And Dragon Gem. Draco. Yeah, so max with a special defense boosting nature, 110% to 131%. You're not living there. And that is timid. That is not
it's
modest
disgusting.
Latios. Oh yeah, wait, that is
Fucking disgusting.
0 special attack EVs Latios. Sorry. It is actually minimum 134%.
That's insane.
So yeah.
But yeah, Hydreigon does the same essentially.
Yeah.
And
The thing
that's
about
just the
Gen 5 Draco Meteor Latios is it's not ethical because it's literally ignore type
right.
matchups, ignore everything else. There's a 10% chance that I miss, otherwise I kill something that's in front of me.
I got the miss though. That's huge. That's huge.
It is true.
Uh,
It is
that I
true. You
acknowledge
did
that.
get
That was
the
massive.
one. It was like you got the miss, and I think it was literally like 1 turn or 2 turns before or after that when you hit my Garchomp. I think 2 or 3 times in a row in sand when obviously both of it, Breath Powder and Sandveil were active. So I guess after that the universe was just like, oh, sorry, our fault, big dog. We're gonna hook you up now, and then it was just like crit. One of those didn't matter, but obviously the other ones on Tornadoes were huge because that meant that it just immediately your speed control is gone.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you if the crit mattered that Garchomp threw out on the Tornadoes because I didn't calc that. Didn't have time. But yeah, a pain.
Yeah, I mean, it was... I feel your pain because I've been there sometimes, but that was definitely like one of the worst ones because it was like, especially in like... Because multiple of those situations where like you were in a decent position and then it was just like, snap, okay, now you're dead.
Yeah, like this crit on Hitmontop is a really good example of that. Right after the Tornadoes crit.
Yep.
Yeah, because that's like, oh, okay, so I just lost my Mon. Got it, cool.
But for my names, because my teams were super uninspired, I actually think my names this time were kind of fire. So for the
Right,
Rain
that
team,
worked.
there were 3 blue Mons and 3 green Mons. So the green Mons, Ludicolo, Politoed, and Tornadus, that are essentially what I consider, like, these are the Rain core of this team. They were Ed, and Eddie. And the 3 blue guys who are essentially my offense in this team, the main, like, actually damage dealers, they're Blossom, Bottles, and Buttercup. So I just took, like, cartoon trios. I thought that was pretty funny. It was just due to from the colors. And then, like, for the other team, I don't know why, for whatever reason, like, when I was just building the team, I was like, okay, I want Gastrodon, because it fits into a sand team nicely. Also, my Gastrodon is some special attack investment, and it is running Muddy Water, not Scald, specifically so I can get an accuracy drop, and then I think 100% accurate moves in sand on my Garchomp after an accuracy drop, I think are 52% to hit at best. So if you're clicking Bullet Punch on me after an accuracy drop, you have a 52 or 53% chance to hit me, which
I
is
hit those.
fucking diabolical. And it was just like Gary the Gastrodon just rung nicely, and because it's sand team, okay, Tyranitar said sand, it can be called Sandy, and then it was just like, all right, let me just make these SpongeBob characters. So we had Patrick, the Garchomp, Bob, the Excadrill, Squidward, Cresselia, and the Caesar, who obviously because of the matchup never came in, but he was just called Mister. But yeah, it was Bug Bite, Bullet Punch, Swords Dance, Protect Caesar. So obviously against that team, I can Bug Bite the Latios and I can Bullet Punch the Terrakion. But I also had X-Scissor on my Excadrill, specifically because if you look at my Sand team, I get absolutely fucking obliterated by Cresselia. So I needed to have multiple ways of dealing with that. So that's why I was X-Scissor on X-Guy and wasn't even running a Steel move because I was so afraid of Cress. That's also why I was kind of contemplating running Trick Room on my own Cresselia just to be able to reverse Trick Room, but didn't end up going for it because
I was kind of playing around the thought that you might be super slow on T-Tar, Gastrodon, and like Caesar, and then running Cresselia as a like multi-purpose speed control for Icy Wind, Psychic, Trick Room, Helping Hand, and then if you don't end up running into if you end up running into a fairly slow team, you just go with Icy Wind to guarantee that you get speed control, and then using T-Tar and Xga to sweep everything. I was thinking you might have Trick Room, so I was playing around the fact that you would probably Trick Room me on turn 1 if I let you.
Yeah, it's very fair.
So I never click Tailwind.
Because I think like for the most part, like in this format, like 99% of the time you would have Trick Room on Cresselia, but I was into Psychic, Protect, and Helping Hand as obviously we saw, which like Helping Hand didn't really come up, but it was like the theory behind this team was basically like against in most scenarios I would go like I have a Cresselia Garchomp lead, and if there is no if there's no weather control and I have a like decent matchup, I can just switch Cresselia into Tyranitar turn 1, set up the sand, set up a substitute on Chomp, and then I'm behind a sub. And the thing about how substitutes works with accuracy is you're also like, you have the accuracy reduction when you're hitting the substitute as well, which is kind of the idea with the substitute, which is why I didn't even have any like setup moves or anything. The idea was literally just like, all right, I'm gonna make it hard for you to, I'm gonna pray for the fucking RNG, I'm gonna make it hard for you to hit me, and at some point I will just get a free sub and a free turn behind sub because you miss me because of evasion is awesome, and I'm glad it's allowed in VGC because it's really awesome. Thank God singles bans everything related to evasion. And
I love missing my moves.
Yep. And
it's the best.
And Garchomp was pretty bulky. I was some HP and special defense EVs, and I was only 156 speed with Jolly, because after Icy Wind, outspeeding the I'm still outspeeding stuff like, I think it was the Jins, opposing Garchomp, Hydreigon, and Latios were the ones that I was mostly looking at. But it's essentially like the speed control wasn't legit there because I just had the Icy Wind, and also my Xka. My Xka is also max HP. It's only 12 speed EVs because with Sand Rush it still outspeeds literally everything that's not Scarfed, or obviously in Swift Swim, in which case obviously I get smoked.
That's a losing matchup. So.
Yeah, but the reason why I figured I could do that, because obviously in singles, like we had the X-Riddle versus X-Riddle where it came down to a speed tie, but here, like, if I'm running into a sand team with this, like, because of my Xka setup and because of what other stuff I have, like, I would never bring Excadrill into the matchup, so I was like, I don't need to care about the Excadrill mirror, and I can just go for a better neutral game with my own Xka.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
But yeah, that's about it. Nothing else really to say there. Thank you, Universe, for bailing me out. I guess this is
feels like to play champions sometimes, you know.
Yeah, I mean that is just Pokemon. It's like sometimes you just lose, not because of any decisions you made, but because you miss shit, and that's why, like, dude, shout out to the people who play Pokemon competitively, because my ass could never. That would be
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm starting to understand why Wolfie still like dreads over missing Draco Meteor immediately turn 1 and losing the game on the spot. I don't remember which play it was exactly, but holy shit.
Yep, I mean, because that's the thing is, it's a 10% chance, but it's like 10% of me essentially skipping my turn, and
Yeah.
that's the scary thing is there. Like you always need to essentially be like, if there's a way things can go wrong, things are gonna go wrong, and you're gonna have to account for that when you're playing professionally. So, but luckily we're not professional players, and instead we can just fuck around, and then after the game's complain that, hey, by the way, fuck this shit.
Fuck you.
Yeah,
Video game.
but hey, you should have seen this coming, Jeexx. So for whatever reason, this is just my week. 2 dubs in Grand Blue, like
He's cooking.
I doubled my win amount in 1 week.
Ooh. Actually, that's huge.
That is spoilers for obviously because the episode won't go up until like I think Wednesday. But if you're listening to the post game yaps, I think you deserve some insight. So
Yeah.
actually, if you comment with this timestamp and leave your favorite emoji, I'll give you a kiss.
Emoji.
But you're excluded from anybody who's currently hearing this on the Jeexx stream is excluded from this because otherwise that would be cheating. But yeah. Any final thoughts going into next week, the final iteration of Generation 5?
I think this hard trick room game was pretty good. That's
Very-
it. That's
very
all
fair.
I feel like it had a lot going on it, and you didn't really see much of it, but like the T-Tar was kind of just sweeping.
Yeah, I mean, it also being like it also being super bulky T-Tar made the matchup so fucking dogshit for my team, which was which I did bring up in multiple situations. It was just like I could never kill anything in this team. Cause I mean the thing is like both of my teams are pretty bad against Crest, but in addition that it being like super bulky T-Tar made that I can just never kill this thing.
I think the one Pokemon that I was sort of disappointed in because I didn't really think about these EVs was Rotom Wash. I just put Specs on it, T-Bolt, Hydro Pump, Hidden Power Grass, and Thunder if I run into a rain team, which I clearly did. But then I remember there was something that I was thinking about. Wait, do I actually? Oh yeah. I had switched T-Tar in the turn previous. I think I did a double switch or something. I had Sand going, and you had Thundurus and Latios both up. And I was sitting there on my Rotom Wash that I just switched in, thinking, I can click Thunder, and I'm fairly certain this will hit, and this will kill something. Because I'm pretty sure you're switching out. And I don't actually remember if you ended up switching out, but I decided to like backpedal, and I think I did T-Bolt or Empower Gas.
Yeah.
Empower Gas felt safer because it hits neutral on... Oh, it hits neutral on everything that you have except for Thundurus. No, because you have Dragon.
Yeah, the only thing that I remember Rotom Wash doing is clicking Hidden Power Grass on my switch to Latios and it doing 13%.
Which is still pretty good. Respectable.
Fair. I will say, running Specs with 0 special attack investment is...
Wait, that's weird.
I respect it. That's all I'll say.
But
I respect it.
I mean, it's doing damage.
I mean, it is, but it's
Kind of the
like...
point.
you're not getting one shot on this thing, so it's like... I don't know. I would, if I'm doing something like, I would just throw in a citrus and just give it the special attack investment, and you're doing essentially the same damage, but you can also switch moves. But I respect
But
it.
I had the citrus on my
Fair. I mean,
it's the same reason because I have Rotom Wash on my team in Champions, and it's just kind of there because it's like, brother, I need a water type that doesn't fucking explode immediately. And I need a water type that can do good moves. Okay, I'll just put Rotom Wash in with fucking Scarf and like almost 0 speed investment, and just give it Hydro Pump, T-Bolt, Shadow Ball, and Trick. There we go.
Hey, I respect it. And like doing unconventional shit is also just because you have in especially a close team sheet, you have the advantage of your opponent will have no fucking clue what you're running. I mean, dude, that was the entire idea behind the fucking fake Scarf Infernape.
Specs. Yeah.
So.
And Alakazam, right? Yeah.
Yep. So yeah. But yeah. I think that's gonna do it for us. Thank you so very much for watching. I'll tune in next time for the final iteration of Generation 5 here with the VGC 2013 format, when we finally have access to the 3-on forms of the gyms, and I'm sure that both of us will not be running arguably the greatest Pokemon of all time. When you're looking at singles, definitely the greatest Pokemon of all time in Landers 3. We'll see you then. Have a great rest of your day, and peace.